My 27F boyfriend's 28 meters best friend 28 meters has been living with us, and I don't like it. Hi. This is a throwaway because this is kind of personal. I've never made a post on this subreddit before, so let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. Sorry if this is long or for any grammatical mistakes. For background, I am a 27-year-old woman. My boyfriend 28 meters and I have lived together in our 2-bedroom house for about 2 years now. We live in a suburb outside a city in the US. I saw under rules there was something about providing a general location. I hope this is enough. We met about 4.5 years ago when working at the same place and have been together for coming up on 4 years. We had planned to get married last summer, but had to cancel it due to COVID. We both have parents who have health conditions and wanted them to attend. We are waiting for the vaccine to get more available to have our wedding, since a wedding is something we both want. My boyfriend has a friend who I will call Bill 28 meters. Bill and my boyfriend have been friends since childhood and attended school together. As children, Bill and my boyfriend were very close and did many things together. As I understand it, Bill's family was pretty dysfunctional, so my boyfriend and his parents' late 50s MF provided a lot of stability for him. Bill didn't go to college and my boyfriend did, but they remained good friends as we all live in the same area. The entire time I've been with my boyfriend, he and Bill have been close and I've gotten to know Bill. Before COVID, we would often go on double dates with Bill and Bill's girlfriend. This will become relevant later, but Bill has always had many girlfriends, with the relationships never lasting very long. My boyfriend has implied to me that this stems from commitment issues from his childhood, but as someone who isn't by any means a psychologist, I can't speak to this. I've always liked Bill. He's friendly, kind, and funny. He's always been a great friend to my boyfriend, and I've gotten to the point where I consider him a friend, albeit not as close as him and my boyfriend. In May 2020, Bill lost his job and was unable to pay his rent. At the time, he didn't have a partner again, no stable girlfriends, and had no family to rely on. My boyfriend offered for him to stay with us. He asked me first and I said I was happy to help Bill out until he got on his feet again, assuming it was temporary. At this point, Bill has been living with us since May and, to put it bluntly, I'm getting tired of it. In August, he was able to find a new job that, while I don't know the details, pays comparably to his last one. In response, he's helped with the utilities bills and with the groceries, but made no move to move out. Now, I like Bill and he's a good guest, but I feel like it's time for him to find his own place. Our house is very small, so it feels like I'm never alone with my boyfriend. It's always me, my boyfriend, and Bill. This is amplified because we are all in an area that has a lot of COVID cases, so we're all working from home and quarantining for the most part. In our county, many things are closed, so it's not even like my boyfriend and I can go on a date alone to a restaurant or something because of COVID. Around New Year's, I brought up to my boyfriend Bill finding his own place while Bill wasn't present. While my boyfriend wasn't mad at me, he explained that he feels like we need to be there for Bill in his time of need. When I pointed out that Bill has a job and is much more financially secure now, my boyfriend said that Bill would be lonely if he moved into an apartment by himself now because of the pandemic. Furthermore, my boyfriend said that Bill was there for him when his brother, my boyfriend's brother, that is, died in a tragic accident when they were all teenagers. Because of that, he says that he should be there for Bill now. He also said that he considers Bill a brother and is happy to do whatever for him. He brought up how my sister 30F stayed with us for a month in the past when she was trying to get out of an abusive relationship. Coming out of that talk, I guess I've been confused. I go back and forth between feeling like I'm being irrational to want Bill out of our house and feeling like it's justified. Maybe I'm being too harsh about the whole situation, I don't know. From our talk, it doesn't seem like my boyfriend minds Bill living with us at all. I suppose I don't know where to go from here. Should I just let it all be and assume Bill will move out when he's ready? Should I talk to my boyfriend again? Should I bring it up with Bill? I considered doing this, but was worried it would be inhospitable and not my place, as he's much closer with my boyfriend. Anyway, thank you for any advice you can give me. I appreciate it in advance. Update. Hi. First off, thank you to everyone who offered support and advice on my last post. I really appreciate it. There's been some updates and I wanted to ask for a bit more advice, so I'm posting again. The link for my original post is below. TLDR from original post: my 27F boyfriend's 28 meters best friend 28 meters, who I am calling Bill, moved in with us after losing his job last May. He now has a new job, but is still living with us. I think him living with us is taking a toll on my relationship, but boyfriend wants to be supportive. I took advice from some of the commenters and decided I was going to talk to both my boyfriend and Bill about Bill moving out. On Tuesday morning, when my boyfriend was out jogging, I asked Bill when he thought he was going to get his own place. I tried to be casual and non-judgmental about it. Bill responded in stride, apologizing for staying with us for so long and saying that he had been looking for an apartment. I took this as a good sign. On Wednesday, my boyfriend had a big presentation at work. It was virtual, so I decided to bring it with him on Thursday after dinner. Bill was in his bedroom and my boyfriend and I were watching TV in the living room. I told my boyfriend that I had talked to Bill about moving out and it sounded like he'd been planning to do so soon. I honestly assumed that if he was truly planning to move out, he would have already told my boyfriend, as they are close. Boyfriend was immediately unhappy and told me that I shouldn't have told Bill that I wanted him to move out, which wasn't even what I said. Because it probably made him feel bad. I told him that Bill didn't seem fazed by it, but my boyfriend said that I don't know Bill well enough to tell. He then started talking about how Bill has mental health issues such as depression and anxiety, and living with us was helping him get over them. This is the first I've ever heard such a thing, though obviously I don't know everything about Bill and he could very well have these issues. I was starting to get upset by this point and told him that that was too bad if Bill had these issues, but they weren't our problem and that Bill still was intruding on our home and relationship. We started fighting to the point I was nearly crying. At this point, Bill came out of his bedroom. Our house is a one-story, so everything is close together. He must have heard us and said he was leaving if it was causing so much stress. My boyfriend tried to stop him, but he left in his car, though all his stuff was still at our place. After that, my boyfriend and I exchanged a few words, and I finally told him that I didn't want to fight that night when we were both tired and emotional, and I was going to stay the night at my sister's 30F. I took my laptop for work and a change of clothes and went to the apartment my sister lives in, about 15 minutes away, with her daughter 8F. Yes, I know this sounds a bit hypocritical, but I was only planning on staying at my sister's for the night, not months. I worked online from sister's today during the day. Boyfriend did not call me, and I did not call him. When I got out of work at 3, I drove back to my house to try and talk with my boyfriend. He wasn't there and neither was Bill. This is odd, as both work remotely during the day and usually work until 4 or 5. All their stuff is still here, so obviously Bill hasn't moved out. I've tried calling both of them and they didn't pick up. I fed our cat and am just kind of sitting here waiting for them to call me back. I don't really know what to do. On another note, I've gotten several calls from boyfriend's mother 56F during the day. I didn't pick up, mainly because I was working, but also because I really didn't want her involved in everything that was going on. For reference, boyfriend's mother and I am not particularly close. We talk on holidays and at family get-togethers, not really happening now because of COVID, and when she calls our home to talk to my boyfriend, but not much outside of that. While she's always been nice to me to my face, I know she disapproves of us living together before marriage, as she's very religious. She has also had disagreements with my boyfriend about us not going to church frequently, but these have largely ended due to COVID. Needless to say, she doesn't really call me regularly, so I think her calls are probably about this situation, but I honestly have no clue what she could possibly have to say about it. I'm also confused as to why my boyfriend would even involve her, as they aren't really close. He talks to her regularly, but more out of obligation. I'm not sure if maybe he or Bill are at her place. I don't know. I guess I'm asking for advice. My sister thinks I should break up with my boyfriend. I'm not sure. We've planned and built a life together. We have been planning a wedding. If it weren't for COVID, we'd already been married. I love him. On the other hand, I feel slighted and unimportant. It's Valentine's Day weekend and he's not even here and is off who knows where. I'm just so confused and feel like I don't even understand what is going on anymore. How could Bill be more important than me? I don't get it. Any input would be appreciated. I feel like I need an outside perspective. I'm sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'm pretty upset and emotional. Edited to add, we are not married, but he's my fiancé. He should be my husband by now, as we were going to be married last summer, but due to COVID we weren't. Edit, just talked to my boyfriend's mother. Apparently my boyfriend called Thursday night and said he was going up to their cabin this weekend. It's about an hour away with Bill. She couldn't get a hold of either of them and was calling me to see if I could, because she wanted to remind them of how to take care of the cabin. I assume they're up there. The service is sketchy there, so that might be why I can't get a hold of them either. Edit 2, hi guys. This really blew up. Thank you for all your comments and support. I appreciate it so much. I will try and respond. I just woke up a few minutes ago. Still can't get into contact with my boyfriend. I'm planning on going over to my sister's and talking it over with her. If we still can't get in contact, we might go up to the cabin, I don't know. She doesn't have her daughter this weekend because she's with her ex. Edit 3, hi guys. Thank you for all the comments and advice. Some of you asked for an update, so I am posting this. I did not go up to the cabin in the end. I left a voicemail to my boyfriend saying that I was worried and concerned and to please call me back. On the urging of my sister, I told him that his mom had told me where he was and that I was worried and would come up if I didn't hear back from him. After that, he did get back to me and we talked briefly. He said he just needed to blow off steam and that's why he went away. He said he would be back Monday and we would talk, then we both have work off for President's Day. He apologized for missing Valentine's Day. I felt bad but tried to stay calm because I didn't want to cause a scene. He initially said he was up there alone, but when I pointed out that his mom had said Bill was with him, he agreed that Bill was with him. This kind of made me feel a little weird, but I don't know. I asked if Bill was okay and he said yes, that he's fine, which is good because after something you guys said I was worried. I'm sorry I didn't respond last night. I stayed at my sister's with my cat. I saw some of you were worried. I would never leave her alone, at least not if I knew no one else was home and wanted to get away from everything. Update 2, hi guys. I just wanted to update you all on this situation because you deserve it after all the help you've given me. I posted this on my other post, but someone suggested I make a whole new post so people could see. My now ex-boyfriend came back at around noon with Bill. Bill briefly apologized to me for everything that had happened and then went back to his room. Boyfriend still calling him this to reduce confusion, and I talked in the living room of our house, alone without Bill. I started and told him that I was sorry for overreacting on Thursday, but that I felt by running away and lying to me he breached my trust. I told him that I felt we should break up. Boyfriend agreed with me. He apologized for everything he did, for missing Valentine's Day, for running away all weekend, for everything with Bill. He sounded sincere. He was crying. I asked him why he'd reacted the way he did. You guys who said he was in a relationship with Bill were right. According to him, he and Bill fooled around his words, not mine as kids, but stopped when boyfriend's brother died when they were 17. He said they were not involved since then, but were just close friends. He said that things developed after Bill moved back in with us, but that it was never his intention and that's not why Bill moved in with us. He claims he did not have sex with Bill while he was living with us, but that they did things this weekend. I don't know if that's true, though I doubt they could have been hooking up a lot because our place was so small and I was usually around. He said that when I confronted Bill about moving out, Bill in turn confronted him about deciding what he wanted. He says he freaked out and that he was confused and scared and overreacted and treated me bad. He says he's not gay or bisexual and insisted that he was straight and that he'd love me. It was an emotional conversation. We were both crying. In the end, I told him that I was going to move out and that he could stay there. It sounded like Bill was staying too. I'm staying at my sister's now with my kitty and am going to start looking for an apartment. I'm doing okay. I'm still struggling and feel pretty horrible, but I'm starting to realize that it was probably good all this came out before he became my husband. Thank you again for all your help. I keep saying this, but I truly appreciate it. I know I didn't respond to everyone, but I read all your comments.